Welcome back to Monday Night Live.
An entrepreneur that has been disrupting the lead generation industry.
Introducing your host, Nathaniel Bibby.
LinkedIn Marketer of the Year. Named Nathaniel Bibby.
Welcome to Monday Night Live. If you're new here, I'm Nathaniel Bibby. Over 500 million in sales for our clients using LinkedIn strategies alone. Monday Night Live is your weekly dose of LinkedIn strategies, marketing tips, and business advice to get you to the next level. Monday night at 6 p.m. Perth time. So drop in the comments and say what's up.
Monday Night Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? A lot of you thought I wasn't going to go live today, didn't you? Because I didn't have an event planned, but I'm doing a bit of an impromptu live net now. And it's pretty easy to choose a topic, really, because this is what's been on the conversation for everyone for the last week. It's like, what is it? The end of October. And normally I start talking about this in November. Do you know what? That's probably too late. If you're planning on pausing your marketing over the holidays, it's one of the dumbest moves that you can make all year. A lot of people make the assumption that because people are going on holiday during December and January, that nobody's on LinkedIn and everyone's, there's no point marketing on there, which is funny because people got more time to go on social media and nobody else is marketing on there. All right, legends, in this episode, we're going to talk about one of the biggest opportunities you get all year. Every single year we get the same opportunity, and it's about marketing during the holidays, right? All right, legends, here we go. It's not even the end of October yet, and already I'm seeing it, We've got people in the comments. Oh, yeah. Man, that's good. There's people here. I just thought I'll hop on and see who comes here. I actually had like a countdown timer to like give people 10 minutes to join. And then I thought, just get on here. All right, here we go. So marketers, business owners, team leaders, they're planning to take December off. They're in meetings going, we'll just wind everything down over the holidays. We'll stop all our advertising. We'll stop all our marketing campaigns, right? We'll kick things back off in January when we're all back. Mate. I'm telling you right now, that's the biggest bloody mistake you can make all year. You're literally canceling the easiest window of opportunity for the whole marketing calendar. And if you've been consistent from January to November, and then you drop off in December, like, can you imagine all these executives that didn't have time to talk to you, that have been, you're just gradually seeing your content. They don't log into LinkedIn that much, and all of a sudden they've got all this time, 3 weeks, and they're, in Spain on holiday with their family, sitting around the Christmas tree, drinking eggnog, checking LinkedIn, and you're not even there. They're like, where's that dude? He's not showing up. Someone else is, your competition, right? This is logical, right? But people just make this assumption. You're literally canceling the easiest window of opportunity in the entire marketing calendar. And I get it. It feels logical. Like the office is quiet, right? The team is sipping red wine. Mariah Carey's been revived for her annual tour. And who else is there? Elvis Presley's on they've got Elvis, Dean Martin. Who am I forgetting? I think some new ones these days. But treating December like a dead zone could be the costliest mistake your business makes, because success doesn't happen when it's easy, right? It happens when you show up when others don't. So think about it. In 10 years, like in a 10-year window across like the UK, US, and Australia, at least 90% of businesses gone in 10 years. They don't make it. And the 10% that do, I'm not saying they're profitable. They're surviving, right? So with everything in business, and this is really highlighted in marketing, if you're doing what everyone else is doing, you, my friend, are doing it wrong. You're in trouble, because 90% of businesses aren't even going to make it to a decade. It's probably more like 5 years these days with social media and everything and AI coming along. You've got to double down when other people aren't. You've got to double down. You start now. This is end of October, right? It's best time to start a campaign. Like people ask me all the time, when's the best time to start a campaign? I'm like, well, yesterday's the best time, but this is a fantastic opportunity because you think about it, 3 months, your campaign's optimized, it's working to the best of its capabilities, and December comes around. The thing is, guys, like the usage does go down, by the way, in December. It does go down, but engagement goes up. Engagement goes up like by 32%. Like lead generation forms on LinkedIn, on average, convert 22% higher during December. So there's more when people are on the platform, they're more engaged, right? They're filling out inquiry forms. Think about it. We're going to go into the reasons why, and I'm going to go give you some more statistics, right? But I want you to really pay attention because when January comes around, you could like already be in motion. You could have appointments booked for the whole month, and your competition's like slowly getting it together as they come back to the desk, right? On January, it's big deal, big deal. Thanks, guys, for being here. Appreciate you guys. Storm, let's have it. Yay! All right, I'm kind of pumped up about this topic because, you know, I think like I noticed it when I started running campaigns 12 years ago, and I got my best day of engagement on Christmas Day. I was targeting financial advisors, and we got more responses to our messages on Christmas Day. I actually had it outsourced offshore. Like I wasn't sending messages on Christmas Day, but I don't do that anymore. But we do run campaigns all the way through Christmas holidays for our clients. Anyway, welcome back to Monday Night Live. This is your weekly dose of LinkedIn secrets, marketing moves, and we'll talk about what's actually working in business right now. And every week we cover a different topic, different area. And the idea is if you keep watching every week consistently, you'll have a completely different business in 6 months, 12 months time. Normally I market these in advance and people are checking on my profile. So you want to do that, go there, hit the notification bell. Today I just pressed live. So if you're around, just drop in the comments and say hello. I want to know who's here. But if not, this recording is going to be up on YouTube. I'm a big YouTuber, by the way. Like, I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm big on YouTube is what I meant. I've probably got over 500 videos up there. And I think it's a great platform because you can watch it from the couch. You can really like binge dive into content. And I found that YouTube's been the best for me for like lead generation. And then everyone thinks, oh, you're a LinkedIn guy. You must get all your leads through LinkedIn. Well, sort of. Like I do build my network on LinkedIn. I certainly build it quicker than I do on YouTube. But it's how they get from the top of the funnel down the pipeline. Because you ever notice like you get a lot of likes and a lot of comments and a lot of connections, but you actually don't get any sales? Well, what's happening is like there's not actually moving down the customer journey. And YouTube's great for that because it's long form content. Right? With LinkedIn, you kind of need like this post and a short video and this and this. You need so many multiple things. Whereas if they end up on YouTube and they watch one 45-minute video, that has a huge impact building trust, right? Anyway, my name's Nathaniel Bibby. I'm the founder of Bibby Media Group. We generated over $500 million in sales through LinkedIn strategies. I've trained over 40,000 professionals around the world on LinkedIn. This community is built on one thing, just like my business, built on results, right? My tagline is give your business the competitive edge. And I really stand behind that. And look, giving your business a competitive edge doesn't mean I always get it right the first time. A lot of people make that mistake, right? What it means is I know how to analyze the data and optimize the strategy to get the optimal result. Doesn't mean we're going to nail it the first time. There's a lot of things when you work with businesses that you don't understand, like that's outside your control, right? Sales process and business model and target market and all that sort of stuff. But it's that analysis of the data. Like you got to measure everything, right? Connection requests, you send one. How many people accept when you send 100, right? How many people view your profile and how many leads does that turn into? Because at each point you can analyze where the problem area might be. And I'm optimizing each area for hundreds of campaigns. I've worked in 120 plus industries and I know what works. So we're going to go through 4 secrets. This is all to do with the holiday season. It's coming up. Secret number 1, December. Okay, right? Everyone's asleep on it. Let's talk numbers. Because this isn't a vibe, it's data. LinkedIn engagement jumps 32% in December compared to the yearly average. B2B page views, website page views, increased by 13%. Lead submission rates on LinkedIn rise 20.2%. And get this, it's not 20.2, it's 22%. That's right. According to LinkedIn's own data, B2B consumer software brands run 13 times more seasonal ads than any other industry during the holidays. So I think the number one was tech. Tech did the best during December. Then it's actually finance. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that really? It's like 5 times higher than the normal engagement rate. And then corporate is next, right? So if you're in professional services, Deloitte and companies like that. If you're in finance, tech, or B2B and you're thinking of not marketing during December, you are out of your mind, because the exact people that you're trying to reach are spending way more time on that. And it's always the guys that are further up the food chain. Whenever I've reached like people at Apple, or like I remember getting an appointment with the CEO of Barry Plant. They got like 70 offices in Melbourne or something, real estate guys. And they're just available. Like even I've heard Gary Vee talk about it in a keynote. He's like, hey dudes, if you're going to DM like the CEO of this big company, you want to do it in the holidays. That's when you're much more likely to get a response rate. They're still online. You think that because they're on holiday, they're not online? Give me a break, mate. You think anyone goes anywhere without this thing? They're workaholics, these guys. They've got no one to talk to. Everyone else is on holiday. Now, let's just imagine, right? So that they've finished their lunch. They're sitting by the Christmas tree. They've got a glass of wine in hand. Kids are playing. Wife's gone to sleep, or husband's got to sleep. They finally got time to breathe. So what do? And they open their phone. They look on, like open LinkedIn, they open social media. It's like we are trained to be addicted to these things. They're reflecting, planning, dreaming. They're scrolling like right past your profile if you're not posting onto your competitor's post because he showed up and you didn't. Now, secret number 2, which is something I always talk about, it's not about you. It's about them. It's about the audience. It's always like that, right? So this is where people screw it up, because they're like, oh, but you know, everyone's on holiday. I need a break. You're actually just thinking about yourself, because you're only thinking about, oh, everyone's on holiday. Everyone's not posting. Everyone's not working. But are they consuming, right? You've got to put yourself in the shoes of your audience, because it's not about you. Always just put yourself in the shoes of your customer. When you're doing marketing, that's what I'm always doing. Every time I analyze a marketing campaign, some copywriting or an ad, I'm always just immediately, who's the target market? Okay, boom. I put myself in their shoes and then I consume it. And then I realize, oh, actually, do you know what? Look, during the Christmas holidays, I am scrolling social media and I am planning for the new year. And it's probably a good time for me to make a decision about what I'm going to do with my annual budget. Mate, it's not about you. Marketing isn't about your convenience. It's about your customer's attention. And if you care, you will be showing up during that period, because that's when their attention is online. And right now, they've got more of it than ever. Like it's coming round. Like end of November is when it starts. December's huge. January is huge. Okay. Downtime equals scroll time. Decision makers don't switch off. They're just, I don't know. They just might change location. They're not in boardrooms, but they're still online. They're still thinking about what's next. And if you care about your audience, it's a hard truth. I know a lot of you don't want to hear this, right? But if you actually care about your audience, you'll show up for them, because that's what service is. That's what leadership is. And if you've been consistent all year, posting, showing up, adding value, then disappearing in December, it's selfish. Look, and I'm not saying you are selfish, because I assume that you just don't know that people are on there more. Okay. But if you did know that, you're just thinking about yourself. Spend the whole year earning a spot in their peripheral vision. Right? They know you, they see you, you're top of mind, then December hits and you vanish. Poof. And guess what happens? It's always your competitor that's going to slide right into that space. They suddenly get the meeting, they get the call, then they get the deal. Now, don't get me wrong, people aren't going to meet you in December, right? But they will respond to you. And you can set appointments, even if it's for end of January, beginning of February, who cares? Set the appointments during the holiday period. You can delegate this. You don't have to do it yourself. You delegate it. Hire BB Media Group. Well, look, it doesn't have to be us, but it can be us. Or you can hire, like if you want the strategic advice, like hire us. But if you want to delegate it to an assistant, just make sure you know what you're doing. Get my planner, bb.consulting/planner. Write it down, bb.consulting/planner. It's a content planner for the new year. You can plan all of your content topics, something that you should be starting to think about now so that you can start using it in December when engagement is high, right? Consistency is so important. I've talked about it so much, right? But this is the ultimate flex. It's like, don't stop being consistent in December. It's like the worst time to do it. It's not about being loud. It's just about showing up. You don't have to post about business. It can be, you just want to like Be festive, communicate, and build relationships, right? Trust isn't built in bursts. It's built by showing up when the others stop. So this December, don't be selfish. Don't disappear. You know, even just like a Christmas message, Christmas greeting, things like that, like it goes a long way. And you're engaging on their Christmas stuff while they're with their family, you're going to build a much stronger relationship. That's how you stand out. In this age of AI, the more personality that you can show, the more people are going to connect with you. Secret number 3, the email and DM sweet spot, like private messages, DMs. This is one you won't hear anywhere else. Email visibility and DM response rates skyrocket in December because inboxes are quieter. No one is spamming. So when you send a thoughtful email or a personal LinkedIn message, you stand out. We've got clients booking CEOs of billion-dollar companies in December for meetings because they're finally checking their inboxes, right? And you're showing up at the top. Like if you've messaged them during the year, like it's a great time to follow them up. I've personally had connections with the biggest names, like Apple executives and all. And also like if I've been sending proposals during the year, like I've set following them up in November is a great time to do it, right? Because a lot of people actually, even if their budget, a lot of people's budget does reset at the end of December. You'd be surprised. A lot of businesses have that in place. But even if they don't, like it's the end of a calendar year, like psychologically, you're starting to think about your new year goals, right? Whether it's individual or not, it's going to psychologically, subconsciously put you in the state to want to set goals for 2026. And if you're that thing, right, whatever you do, whether you're a coaching assistant, you're in marketing, you're that thing that they like wanted to do, like they maybe inquired earlier in the year, but then they just got busy and they never got around to doing that thing. But really, that's the thing they want to do. And that's important. This is the time to get them to commit. 100%, 100%. Jason Conway in the house. Let's get a bit warm in here. I'm going to have to put this fan on. This weather in Perth has been crazy, just like all over the place lately. Okay, so like, what do you send, right? So you said if you send a personal note in the DMs, like, hey Jeff, I hope you're having a great break. I'd love to catch up in January when you're back. That's it, right? Like, this is not rocket science, right? Like the more information you put in there, the more salesy you seem. But these are people in your network that you can contact, right? You don't have to always be adding new people. You can be contacting people in your network, following up. You've got to follow up at least 7 times. That's what is it? Something like 80% of deals is done after the 7th follow-up, but most salespeople only follow up once. How ridiculous is that? All you've got to do is follow up more than 7 times, and you're like in the top 20% of salespeople. Jesus. Like most people are going to get wiped out just because they're lazy when it comes to AI, because you think about it, how like you can't just like sleep on AI, right? The thing is, you've got to put more effort than before into personal branding. Every email that you send and every DM you send, you've got to actually think, oh, geez, is it obvious as this isn't a robot? And some of you are sitting there trying to make it perfect. So you're actually trying to sound more like a robot. You make like personal nuances, like mention something that a robot wouldn't say. It's pretty obvious, right? The perfect grammar. We've been taught in high school and university, you've got to get perfect grammar or you get it wrong and you get bad marks. Like perfect grammar is a great way to sound like a robot. The goal is not perfect grammar anymore. It's actually to write exactly how you speak. That's conversational writing, right? So you might say, yep, not yes, right? Things like that. Anyway, I'm actually digressing a little bit with the whole like typing thing, but you know, they did tests recently, and they did a survey, and I can't remember what age bracket people were in, but like it's higher, obviously, the younger the age bracket. But they tested whether or not they could tell if content was AI, and 70% of people can tell when it's AI content and when it's not, and that includes the older people. Like so, I mean. In 5 years' time, everyone's going to know. And do you know what? The social media platforms are planning to flag AI content, so it's obvious to people. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a premium on being human. It's so important now to be human. Everyone thinks, oh, I've got to learn about AI. You actually got to learn how to be human and build a real relationship, because that's how you stand out. All right, so here's your holiday marketing checklist. Optimize for mobile. Everyone's scrolling from their phones, not on their computer. Very important. Break up your text. So when people are scrolling on their phone, you need to break it up, like 1 sentence, 2 sentences per paragraph, and have the line break so it's easy for them not to lose their spot. White space is king. If you're doing videos, use vertical video. Short, conversational, selfie style, intimate, speak to the camera. You can use the teleprompter app if you really want to, but make sure it's vertical video format. If you're going on LinkedIn, try and keep it under a minute. Just like, because you can do lots of them, right? Each video, one topic. Embrace the spirit of giving. So if there's things that you can give away during December, and I'm not talking about discounts. I'm not a believer in discounts. Offer free resources, checklists, planners, like I'm offering a content planner, and tools, maybe a free webinar. I don't know what it is, but just embrace the thing and give it the spirit of giving. Who in here? Let me know in the comments if you're sending your clients like a card or a gift of what you're sending them. Like, I'm curious to know. Stay consistent. Post every week. No excuses. You got to post like twice a week at least. I mean, I'm posting like every day during December, as you can imagine, because it's like it's time to shine. Personalize your DMs. Make sure if you're going to be active, you're not just posting content, you're also sending DMs, because that's where you get return on investment. Okay? If you're just posting content, it's like getting in a Ferrari and never getting out of second gear. Like, DMs is where the money is, guys. I'd say it so many times, but all the big influencers know this. Whether or not they talk about it, it's a different thing. If you want help, download the free content planner, bibby.consulting/planner. And I've also got free LinkedIn templates if you want to know what to write in your DMs. What's the address for that one? bibby.consulting/templates. Pretty sure. Yeah. Nice to see you all in the comments. Yep, at the calendar year budget, man, I get it all the time. And you just the right time in the right place. And you're like, woo. If I never send that message, crazy. All right, guys. So yeah, that's the planner. I actually redo it every year, my planner, to give to people to start the new year, because it's a time for giving, and that's the perfect thing to give them because they can plan for the new year. December is packed with opportunities. It starts mid-November. Fewer businesses are posting, fewer are running ads. Your competition is more or less silent. Look, they're not all silent, because if you don't show up, someone else will. But your prospects are scrolling. Opportunity doesn't wait for January. When you get back in January, you're going to be so behind with all the people that have kept going because you're not consistent. You're actually starting again, right? You're not top of mind anymore. So who the hell are you? Like, according to, the people are just going to forget. Because breaking consistency is such a shame when on social media, because you put so much effort in it to do it like most of the year and then you stop. So start planning now. You can schedule your content in advance if you are going to be on holiday, or you can get some help. But keep showing up. If you want help from Bibby Media Group, reach out to me or Storm. Now's the best time to start your LinkedIn campaign, because momentum, like by December, your campaign will be working to the best of its capabilities. It starts now. And that's all for tonight, guys. I'm Nathaniel Bibby. This is Monday Night Live. Next week, by the way, we've got a huge episode of Monday Night Live. Make sure you go to my profile and sign up to that one. What was the topic again? I'm going to post the link in the comments because I'm very excited about next week. It was a big topic, and that's why I wanted 2 weeks to market it. Anyway, this is Monday Night Live, guys. You just got one of the hottest tips that I know in marketing, right? The feed is quiet in December, legends, so turn the volume up. Thanks for watching. Peace. Let's go. Have a great week in business, guys.